Well, I know that Shawn Levy, the director, has said that he really wants to sort of make this about the human drama, which is, the sentimentality side of the movie. He wants, I think it was said, 30% sort of robo-boxing and 70% human drama. And that mix for you, I guess, was important too, that this wasn't just, Transformers goes WWF, or
right.
It wasn't it's just a hardware film.
I'm not interested in those films myself. I kind of get it, and I can sort of appreciate the... having said that, I haven't seen Transformers, but... if what I'm gathering, it's more a special effects driven movie, that doesn't particularly turn me on, but as a watcher or necessarily as a person in the movie. And I'm lucky, the first kind of special effects movie I did, X-Men, was way more about the particular flaws of all those characters rather than all of that.
It's a brave mix of sort of Johnny Cash and Arthur C. Clarke, the high tech meets the hillbilly, and
yes.
And I don't know when it came to playing like Charlie Kent and how one gets ready. Maybe you can watch Rocky on your iPad while driving a tractor, or watch RoboCop on an old black and white TV while marrying your cousin, just to get into all the various different emotional elements that go into this.
Now I know what to do for the sequel. Damn, where were you?
That's good preparations. Get a trailer, watch Rocky, marry your cousin.
That's right. Can I drink at the same time? Of course.
I think you'd need to. Otherwise, the priest will not marry you. But how does one prepare? Because there is quite a mix here of the sort of Americana, but then you've got
definitely
robots.
There was the boxing side of it, and I was already training quite regularly at a boxing gym just for fitness. And Sugar Ray Leonard, he came on board. He was my trainer. Sugar Ray Leonard was my personal trainer, right? Lucky. That's what I love about Hollywood. And he said, "All right, show me your stuff." And he says, "It's okay." He goes, "It's not good enough though if my name's attached." So I had to go through my paces. My character's pretty bad guy, at the beginning, and sort of on paper, the question was how far we take him, and I'm happy we kind of went further than a lot of movies do in this kind of format. But the key to the movie was that father-son relationship. So that was the thing we probably paid most attention to on set.
I know your dad Chris was a boxer in the British Army too. That's obviously a bit of in your DNA as well. So
he said he was boxing champion.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I just always believed him. It may be an exaggeration, but he said then he went up another level after that and got knocked out in the first round. He doesn't even remember the punch. But he was very impressed I was working with Sugar Ray. I could see the wheels going, all right, now he's actually doing something worthwhile.
Now he's got a proper job at last. Right. I was thinking the moral of the story, if there is a moral here, is that all the riches in the world can't compete with a father and son bonding over an underground, illegal, to the death boxing match.
It's true.
There's something about the bonding of that just can't be beat.
Exactly. That's exactly what the message is.
Good.
Throw away whatever you're doing.
Forget all
Take
that.
your kid out of school, just go on the road, drink a few beers together and get into boxing.
The underworld boxing rings. They're always worth it. I suppose it's always said, and it's said here, that every boxer has a weak spot. I don't know if you would dare to think, well, Hugh Jackman's got a weak spot. Is there such a thing in when you have to explore yourself for so many different roles and kind of know what you're capable of and be honest with yourself?
Yeah. Wow, it's a good question, man. I think
it's deep.
It's deep. My weak spot is maybe it's classic youngest in the family kind of stuff, but I don't want to miss out on anything. So I find myself taking on too many things at once. I don't know what exactly that weakness is, but I find it very difficult to say no. And I'm a little bit of a people pleaser, which is kind of exhausting. They'd be my weak spots. So you know how to get me.
They're good weak spots.
You just have to say, Hugh, you come into the scene and just say, I'm kind of, to be honest, disappointed in you.
I have a script in my bag. That's good to know you say it. Never say no. I'll give it to you after the cameras roll. I was thinking we've all got secrets. Like I didn't think Inception was up too much. I actually liked the Charlie's Angels movie, stuff like that.
Right.
I don't want to maybe necessarily share too often. But I guess for you, there's always that side too that the media are always looking for chinks in the armor, looking for things to say. And I was appalled to read, and I was shocked and stunned to read. And I hope you don't mind me bringing this up, but you love musical theatre. I hope you don't mind me telling everyone this.
This is not true. I don't know where the hell you get this from. No, absolutely not.
But you're back on Broadway.
Until Real Steel opens. I hate musical. No.
You're bringing your show to Broadway, yeah.
Yep.
Well, you had it in Toronto in the early summer, got great reviews, and I think it's previewing October 25th at Broadhurst Theatre, and then November 1st you're starting.
Very good.
We might as well plug it here. This is
very good.
People know.
Yeah.
But is that? Would you say that's a first love? Because you know film's a lot better than theatre, right? Just in case you weren't sure. It's important that you know this, even though you're enjoying it and people are applauding.
Yeah.
Film is a lot better than theatre.
It is a lot better.
It
But
is.
yeah, I come from the position of constantly in fear of unemployment. And in Australia, you can't just do film because there's only 11 films a year. So you have to do everything. So, the advice you get on investing, right? I never thought I'd have money, but then I got money. Everyone wants to give you advice, and it's spread the risk. That's all I'm doing, man. I'm spreading the risk. It's got nothing to do with love. This is just about fear.
This seems to be, I've met you a few times now, and you always seem a very happy man. And I'm guessing you're very content with the life you're leading because you are successful, obviously, and you're enjoying the work. And it's not quite as good as a chef on an airplane, which is your first dream. But does it ever get tough? Does it ever feel? I'm thinking like when you nearly lost a nut for Oprah. That was the moment you thought, what the hell am I doing here? I'm going to go for that chef job.
That was a good point. As I was hanging there, blood. I thought I broke my leg actually, and I had blood coming down, and my kids were down there for the first time. They'd asked to come, and I normally wouldn't take them. And I said, okay. And my son turned to my wife and said, well, why can't we be a normal family? And sometimes that does cross my mind. Occasionally. But then again, I kind of find myself pretty boring. So weirdly, I've stuck myself in this life, which is constantly interesting to me. With people like you who make me laugh.
But if you want to retire and be normal, go to Ireland. We're crazy enough to make you feel like there's stuff going on. Nothing is going on. Have
That's
fun,
why we
man.
like you guys so much.